Hi folks, and welcome to Tree Stand Buddies Game On. I'm your host Nate Klein. This week we're headed to Illinois to hunt those big bucks in the rut with our friends at Tree Stand Buddy at Langham Outdoors. Get ready, because Tree Stand Buddies Game On starts right now.
Tree Stand Buddies Game On is brought to you by the Tree Stand Buddy, the tree stand hanging system that's coming to a tree near you. Whitetails Booner Builder, build your invisible food plot today. Extreme Sighting Solutions, let Extreme Sight be the solution to your sighting problems. High Country Archery, celebrating 30 years of archery excellence. Invite Team Extreme Food Plots, make them thrive 365. Bush in a Bag, your personal ground concealment system. True Fire Releases and Broadheads. Products more archers trust. Kicks Industries, Get on Target. And Walnut Grove, makers of the Booger. Products have been provided by these fine sponsors.
Well, OI Crew is heading to Illinois this year with the guys from Tree Stand Buddy. We're going out the second week in November to Langham Outdoors.
I am on an all-time high. I just killed my biggest buck of all time in Ohio, and now I'm getting to head to Illinois.
Jeremy, Adam, and I are heading out across central Ohio. There's bucks chasing does everywhere. Our excitement level is through the roof. You know, I mean, we know what Illinois is all about. This is our first trip to Illinois itself. We've hunted the Midwest in the past, so we know what the rut's about in the Midwest.
We get back to camp, and the guys from Tree Stand Buddy show up.
Well, we're all sitting around camp that night, you know, we're all telling hunting stories because we're halfway through hunting season, you know, and nobody's getting any sleep. We're all stoked up for the next morning. Well, first morning comes around and conditions aren't ideal per se.
It's game on, let's go.
So first morning here, Illinois, November 5th. Just got set up. We're out at Langham Outdoors. Tree Stand Buddy crew. Hunting with Outdoor Insights TV. We're gonna get it done. Hopefully we get some movement real soon.
On morning one, the guys are already seeing bucks. It's going to be a great hunt. Stay with us. There's more from Illinois after the break.
This is the Tree Stand Buddy, the easiest, safest way ever to hang your stand. With the receiver on the tree and the bracket on the stand, simply slide your stand into place. Attach the tree stand strap. You never carry your stand up the tree. Tree Stand Buddy works on virtually any hang-on stand. I put a receiver in every tree I hunt and take my stand with me.
It's that easy.
Learn more at treestandbuddy.com.
This is the last day of a 4-day hunt. We saw a giant here last night. Here we go. You on him? Wait, your blade's out. What? The blade popped off the dang O-ring again. You just blew it.
Make the switch to a mechanical broadhead you can count on. The TrueFire Switchblade. Blades are easily reset. No O-rings. Guaranteed not to pre-open in flight.
Man, I'm making the switch.
The TrueFire Switchblade.
Hunters, are you tired of dropping your equipment and having to pack up your tree stand to retrieve it? Walnut Grove is proud to introduce a new solution to an old problem, the booger. You may be fooled by its looks, but its performance will amaze you. The Booger by Walnut Grove Hunting Products.
John.
This portion of the show is brought to you by the Tree Stand Buddy, coming to a tree near you.
Let's get back in the stand with Dave in Illinois. He's had a great morning so far.
Just had a nice buck come through. About a 130. Broken G3 on his left side. Really nice. Came right like we needed him to. Now we just need one a little bit bigger. Nice. Illinois, baby.
All right, let's take a closer look at the reason we're all here. It's the Tree Stand Buddy. With me today is Dave Milazzo from Tree Stand Buddy. Dave, you guys have come up with a product here that's basically changing the way people hang their tree stands. How did you guys come up with this?
Well, we used our tree stands. We're hunters, so we used our tree stands, and we would have some problems. We'd have people steal them. We would have a real hard time hanging them. A lot of people can't climb the tree with their stands, hold themselves, get the trees hung, get the tree stand hung. So we came up with a system that you can bolt a bracket and strap a bracket to the tree. You can put a hoisting line through this loop right here. That allows you to, once you set them up, never leave your tree stand there. If you desire to take it in and out, it'd be real simple because you'll put a hoisting line through, hoist your stand up, tie it off, climb up with either pegs or the lattice sticks like they have here, and climb up, take your stand, slip it into the receiver. We'll show you how that
Well, let's do that. Let's give Jason Q's with us here. He's going to get this one set up, and we'll show you how fast it is. But while he's doing that, you guys have got the straps.
Yeah, we just came out with the Tree Stand Buddy Ultimate Ratchet Strap System.
And you're going to need one of those, right?
Which are unbelievable.
Here's your straps. You're going to take 2 straps. I'm going to give both of them to you. And while he's doing that, you want to hold on to that for me? We'll talk about how easy it is to actually get this onto your stand. Basically got a couple of bolts and it's ready to roll.
Yeah, well, there's basically 2 kinds of different stands. There's stands that come with double back bars and stands that come with single back bars. What we've done is we've given you all the hardware to bolt them to either. If it is a double back bar, it can't be wider than 6.5 inches. And then if you can turn it around, you can see it just bolts right through it with these plates. You want to get it straight. What you want to do on the stand is try and mount this as low to the base as you can. What that does is it'll take out any wobble, and that's a big part of what this also does is removes the wobble from your tree stand. If you have to look around the tree the other way, this tree stand is not going to kick out from under your feet.
And all the hardware is included.
All the hardware is included. And one great thing about the straps that Jason's using is, I don't know if, I'm sure anyone who's ever hung a hang-on has, grabbed the one end of the strap and it slipped right out of the ratchet strap and the ratchets fell to the ground, climb back down and get your strap again. What we've done is we've come up with a stopper, so if that was to happen, you don't lose your whole ratchet, it doesn't fall out of the strap.
That's a good idea, because that's a huge problem. When you're up in a tree stand, you think you've got everything ready to go, and you lose a piece of your equipment to the ground. It's costing you time, and it's costing you noise, climbing up and down your tree. But Jason's almost got this ready to go. There's also another option. You guys have holes in here that if you got your own private property, I know a lot of public places, they don't like you to screw anything into a tree, but on private property, you can put some lag bolts in there to sturdy it up even more if you really want. All right, we're going to show you just how easy this is. Now, if we were higher off the ground, we would have the hoist through here, right, Dave?
That's right. What I would do is, the way I set mine up is I like to have my stand like this. I make sure that it's able to open. I wouldn't have this so that I'd be struggling to try and open that once I got up there. And I would hang my stand from that rope upside down. And I would make sure I left enough slack that I could leave it tied to that and then pick it up. So if it was hanging here, Jason could grab it. He'll flip it up upside down and basically let it rest on that until it finds its own. It slips right in. And at that point, Jason's supposed to take the manufacturer's strap of the tree stand and also attach that.
That's just an extra safety precaution.
Double fail safe. I mean, if you have it there, why wouldn't you utilize it,
So basically, folks, you've seen this segment. It's only been a couple minutes long, and Jason has hung a stand, and he's ready to hunt. So that's the concept of the Tree Stand Buddy. You get yourself in quicker. You get your stands home with you at night. There's a lot of areas in this country right now where people are stealing tree stands, and it happens to everybody. I've had them stolen, trail cameras. This is, if they steal your bracket or steal your base, Dave's got more, and it's a lot cheaper than buying a brand new tree stand. Some of these tree stands we hunt out of today, guys, are up to $300. And you're going to save a lot of money by putting up Tree Stand Buddy plates everywhere. And that's the other concept.
Yeah, they're sold separately. So once you set your stands up, you know, you can get as many tree brackets as you want. So the concept is to, you know, save your, first of all, your stand's going to last a lot longer, because even if they don't get stolen, you're not going to leave it out in the woods. And every time you take it back, you can inspect that, you know, things are not rusting, they're not getting cut, you know, that you're going in a safe stand the next morning, you know, not to wait to see that, oh, it's starting to rust, I should stop hunting out of this one. You know, we've all done that, I know.
Yeah. Well, I think another concept, guys have a bunch of tree stands. You can sell these old tree stands on different websites, get a little bit of money, and buy yourself one of those big, comfortable stands, and you can have just your one comfortable stand that you can take everywhere. You put these bases out, these brackets out, all over the place, and you're ready to hunt with your nice, comfortable stand. So, you ready to try to climb up on this?
There you go.
Jason will climb up on there. You can see, we just set this thing up, and it's rock solid. He's ready to hunt tonight. I don't know if you want to hunt that low off the ground, Jason, but...
We know Jason don't want to hunt that low.
Guys, it's the Tree Stand Buddy. Look him up online. The website will be up at the end of the show, and you guys got to check this thing out. It is literally changing the way that we hunt. So, Dave, thanks for being here today, and thanks for putting us on some deer out here.
You got it.
Wow, it's been an unbelievable morning. We saw so many deer, so many good bucks. I think we saw 8 bucks. Man, Langham Outdoors, they really got this place under control. Didn't have one deer look up, nervous, really good. Definitely not overhunted here. Great place. Well, we're gonna get down, get some lunch. It's a little bit after 11. Find another spot, get back up, set a couple tree stand buddies up. And I'm sure we're gonna be closing the deal soon, no doubt. Great place. Wow. Awesome hunt. Awesome hunt.
Dave saw a bunch of bucks, but nothing that quite hit that 130-inch minimum that Langham has in place for their management plan. So when we come back, the bucks get bigger and the action heats up.
Hey, that's not what that's for. This is a Wildlife Energy shot.
Well, I guess this portion of the show is brought to you by Wildlife Energy Drinks.
Hi folks, and welcome to this week's Whitetails Booner Builder Power Play Moment of the Week. This week we're going to be talking more about the Booner Builder and showing you a couple more of its uses. We've already showed you how you can find the areas to spray it on. Now we're going to show you, listen to me, Dale lives in the woods. We're going to find Dale and he's going to show us where he's already sprayed it and try to find some uses and try to find what he's got going on down here. Dale, a lot of people aren't going to be able to recognize what they've got here, but you've been spending all your time here in the brush. What are we looking at here, and what does the untrained eye need to see about this plant?
Well, it's actually got a little bit of nipping activity on the ends of it. This is some red twig dogwood. It's high in protein and stuff. At the same time, this area here that we're standing in, I got 3 different does already that's dropped little ones in this area.
So what we've done already is we've showed you a couple places to apply your Booner Builder. When you start getting your applications out, you may think you're not seeing the results that you need to see. But Dale has trained me and trained my eye to see what we're looking for. Show us exactly on this plant what they need to see.
It's just the nippings, and you can see previous nippings even where they was in last fall, and they nipped it off, and then it's regrowing, and it actually will get bushier every year. Because if you look down at this little one that's been trimmed off even more, you can see all the quality of new growth that's coming out on it. And there's some other plants that are really good around here that plus they got a wide variety of apples and everything else in this general area, so they got a lot to eat.
So the Booner Builder is holding them here on the property, and they're really taking some bites out of these plants. And as you explained to me, the deer is not going to devastate this plant. Tell me why that is.
Well, deer actually can read that plant's health and what's going on in the plant, so normally they won't feed more than 1/3 off of a plant because they don't want to put the plant under stress and cause it to turn woody and bitter. So with the Booner Builder, it helps keeping that plant from going woody and bitter so that the plant will actually thrive more, grow more, new growth on it at a higher quality and stay a lot tender a lot longer. Plus, like even in this red twig dogwood, it ups the sugar value in this about 200 pounds per ton.
People like sugar. deer like sugar. Everything likes something that's going to taste a little bit better.
It tastes a little bit better and easier for them to process.
That's a good thing, because deer, as we know, have found out that they're going to go to what they need, what their bodies need.
What they need.
And the bucks love these woodier species.
Correct.
So if you're looking for something that's going to keep bucks on your property, not because they like the taste of it, not only because they like the taste of it, because they need what this is doing to these plants. It's creating a better plant for a healthier deer. It's just an overall healthier deer herd. But Dale, I'm excited about this stuff, and I hope the people at home are as excited as we are, because this stuff is working. In a short period of time that I've been using it, about a year now, I've seen results. You've been doing it for over 6 years, and you've seen all the results.
Right. So once you start putting it into actually the deer's travel routes, an area needs, you can build strategies that you never thought of before.
And that's what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to tell you how to create mosey browse routes past your stand, how to talk about places where you want to apply it, and all the uses of the Booner Builder. Now, the other thing is, you can follow us on Facebook. Dale is going to be answering questions on Facebook. Look us up at Booner Builder on Facebook, and you can ask him email him a question, post it on the wall, and he'll get back to you. That's it for this week's Booner Builder Power Play Moment of the Week. We'll see you next time.
Have fun.
That's a shooter. That's a shooter.
Johnny Benedetto from Tree Stand Buddy was also having a great morning. When this buck was out at about 100 yards, he already knew something was up.
That was 130, I bet him.
We're getting closer to closing the deal on one of these Illinois bucks. When we come back, Paul Petrino's got one headed toward his stand.
Take year-round management to the next level with Invite Extreme Wildlife Systems.
Invite Extreme Wildlife Systems has everything you need to attract more wildlife and grow bigger bucks.
Quality seed blends, liquid fertilizers, herbicide, highly nutritious minerals.
You put your deer on the Invite system, you'll see the results.
Allows your property to hold more deer and better deer, as well as more wildlife in general. Use Invite's complete line and you won't regret it.
Make them thrive 365.
This is the Tree Stand Buddy, the easiest, safest way ever to hang your stand. With the receiver on the tree and the bracket on the stand, simply slide your stand into place. Attach the tree stand strap. You never carry your stand up the tree. Tree Stand Buddy works on virtually any hang-on stand. I put a receiver in every tree I hunt and take my stand with me.
It's that easy.
Learn more at treestandbuddy.com.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Gibbs Archery. Visit them at GibbsArcheryGear.com.
Now, Paul Petrino, Tree Stand Buddy's been hunting a long time, but he's just recently started bow hunting. So we decided to pair him up with Jeremy Kilch. Let's see if these two can get it done in Illinois.
I got the opportunity to film Paul. And Paul, he hadn't had much experience hunting, so I was sitting there right behind him in the stand, and he's talking, we were having a good morning talking. We seen a bunch of deer early, no big bucks. And it was about 11 o'clock, and he said, Couch, he goes, when do you normally get out of the stand? I said, Paul, we'll sit here about till noon. I said, if we don't see anything else, we'll get out.
Between yesterday morning and this morning so far, it's been pretty hot. Gonna hang out another couple hours, see what happens. Sure, something's gonna happen. The sun's starting to come out now. It's a nice chilly morning. Good time for them to be cruising.
About 11:30, here come this big buck up over the bank.
Get your bow.
I grunted one more time, and he was coming on a string. And this deer, he's standing there, and I was like, Paul, he's only at 12 yards, you gotta draw, because we had one little small opening.
Okay. I just want to go now over there. I thought he was that great dog. Maybe. And I just didn't have a good shot because there was a bunch of brush. Got a little closer, His doe was coming in more. Had to pull the string, drew it back. Just wait till I had a good clear shot. Right after he got past that little tree there, probably about 10, maybe 15 yards. Nailed the buck. Nice job. That's an awesome first buck. Oh my goodness, that was awesome.
We watched the video back. We're celebrating in the stand because I knew he put a good shot on the deer. And I watched the video back and I said, Paul, I said, I seen your buck go down on video. And he goes, no, that was that other buck running over the hill at 8 Point. I said, no, Paul, I'm pretty sure he went down. So we get on the phones are ringing, we got the whole posse coming in. Everybody gets there, and right where I thought the deer went down, he fell.
That's what we're looking for. Congratulations. Wow, I couldn't be more pumped to be behind the camera, man. Awesome. Get your first deer. Get your hands on this deer. Ooh, the deer. Come on down here with me. He's almost propped up for us. Wow. So this is your first deer?
First deer.
What do you think of the experience?
Oh, it was just fantastic. I haven't been hunting in 25 years. First time bow hunting. It was just fantastic.
You got a pretty good morning then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 Point. He's got the G4 on his right side busted off a little bit. He's got real good brow tines on him. Nice thick heavy brows. Looks like you put a real nice shot on him. This hunt's made possible by the Tree Stand Buddy and Langham Outdoors. And what a deadly combination, isn't it?
Coming true to a tree near you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's an awesome deer.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Again, we want to thank our friends from Tree Stand Buddy for putting us on such a great hunt out there in Illinois. Now, our friends at Invite Food Plots want to give you a free food plot. Go to their Facebook page, post I want my Invite food plot on their wall. The boys from Invite will pick a winner and they'll send you some seed. That's going to do it for this week's show. We'll see you next week right here on Tree Stand Buddy's Game On.
Tree Stand Buddy's Game On has been brought to you by Tree Stand Buddy at treestandbuddy.com. Wild Dale's Booner Builder at boonerbuilder.com. Extreme Sighting Solutions at extremesights.com. High Country Archery at highcountryarchery.com. Invite Team Extreme Food Plots at invitefpf.com. Bush in a Bag at bushnabag.com. Truefire releases and broadheads at truefire.com. Kicks Industries at kicks-ind.com. Game On Game Calls at outdoorinsightstv.com. And Walnut Grove at walnutgrovehunting.com. Products have been provided by these fine sponsors. Tree Stand Buddy's Game On has been an Outdoor Insights television production. Find us online at outdoorinsightstv.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
All the deer are in the cages. There's nothing around. I don't know what's going on. You got this guy farting in the tree.
We're heading to Illinois this year. Second week, wasn't it?
There you go. Ripping them. Just ripping them. No concern for the wildlife. No cares. Unbelievable.